everybody, welcome to the HonishReport. My name is Lee Honish. Today, you guess it, coaching call. Still lining up interviews for you. I just don't want run-of-the-mill interviews. I want really exceptional interviews for you, so I'm still working on some of those things. I know that the National Association of Realtor Expo is starting this weekend in Las Vegas. Thought I'd get a show out for you for those that have to travel or have things to do and need to get around this weekend. Here's a little coaching call. This is straight out of my group. So the topic was, what converts faster? What kind of office setup do you run? And so we go through in very finite detail the different data types and their conversions at the front door and their competition levels, how to run it as an individual or how to run it as a group. So I hope it's beneficial to you. If not, hang tight. I've actually got some interviews lined up in the pipeline, so we'll do that for you. And we'll do some news next week as we get closer to the election. There seems to be a bit of a freeze in real estate transactions, and there seems to be a lot of anxiety towards the Fed raising the interest rate in December. So there's a lot going on with the real estate market, and we'll discuss that next week, and I'll also make sure to get you an interview next week. So here you go, a coaching call. I hope it's beneficial to you. This is from my Monster Coaching Group. We spoke this week, so I hope that this does something for your business and helps you get more listings and helps you be an advocate to people who want to sell their house. That'll do it for this week on the intro. Again, go get the Monster, check it out, get involved, join us, sign up on iTunes, iHeartRadio, whatever you listen to this show on. Sign up so that it gets to your phone automatically. I appreciate all of you listening, and I will talk to you guys again next week. Thanks for listening.
Are you a real estate agent, realtor, investor, or are you in the real estate business and you need new listings and deals? We have a solution for you, and that solution has guaranteed results. How much would you pay to get face-to-face with a homeowner that wants to sell their home? What if you also got their email address and daytime phone number? And what if this homeowner also scheduled you to come to their door at a set time to meet with you? Sound too good to be true? It isn't. And it is 100% guaranteed for you to meet face-to-face with a real homeowner who really needs to sell their home. Not only will you get this remarkable contact system and its 100% guarantee, at no additional charge, you will get weekly coaching, documents, and training on how to get that homeowner and convert them into a new listing. When you purchase, you'll also get a one-on-one walkthrough so that you can start using the system today. Visit www.thelistingmonster.com. That's www.thelistingmonster.com. Or call Diana Ortiz at 213-706-0040. Stop wasting time the old way. Use a Monster and get actual results today.
Welcome to the Honish Report, hosted by Lee Honish. The Honish Report is a look at the real estate market and creating effective marketing plans for realtors or investors to get new listings and deals. Your host, Lee Honish, has over 20 years of experience in real estate, banking, and marketing. Over the last 6 years, Lee has developed cutting-edge marketing and was named one of the most innovative marketers in America. With over 1 million views, Lee continues to be an advocate for the entire real estate community. Enjoy today's show.
Oscar Dixon, first question. Hello, I've made contacts, followed up. These homeowners have no incentive to sell. I agree, because the banks keep postponing the sale date. What is this? What do you recommend? Oscar, have you shown them auction.com? What area are you in, Oscar? I mean, there's some stuff that I would physically show them to prove to them they're not going to get their loan modification. So my question would be, what area are they in? So that I can show them empirical evidence of people who also believe just like them, that they would constantly be postponed and forever get a loan mod and that the world would be rosy. Again, what are you using? I'm not saying overcome the objection. I don't think you can ever overcome somebody's reality that they're going to try to save their house. I think that's like an innate, ridiculous concept that people have. And since only 15% 15% actually get their loan mods. What they're in is a trial loan mod, right? So following up with them is great. Let me show my screen. We'll go for best hope that the internet will hold up while I show my screen. I think there are a couple tools you guys should focus on when you are talking about converting out homeowners, right? The first could be the data itself, okay? Let me reload this page. Let's hope for the best that the internet holds up long enough for me to use the mega system. Again, that's my hope that it'll hold up and still give me your questions. Okay, so what you're looking at is the mega system. So let's say that I'm just working in the Covina area, just a simple city in Southern California, if this will ever load. The other thing that I would use is auction.com. I'd use both, right? I'm a firm believer in both websites. If I had really great internet, this would be a smoking hot training tool for you. But conceptually, here's how it would go. On the mega system, I can do a search, right, for Covina bank-owned properties and show them that evidence. On auction.com, if it would ever load, I could show them properties that also fall into the same category. So mega or your property search, your data search, bank-owned properties is being backed up by auction.com. My question to you, Oscar, would be, what are you showing as empirical evidence to these homeowners to prove to them that actually foreclosures happen, right? That's my recommendation. I think you're always going to have to deal with the delusion. I think you're going to get a couple of plums out of the deal where people just fall out of the tree and they're ready to go immediately, right? But I think by and large, what you're going to get are people who want to believe that the world is rosy and that everything is okay. I mean, that's just the way people seem to be in my mind. Let me see if I can do a basic data search without degrading this whole thing too much. California, right? Just do a basic data search. Show them evidence. Give them a list of their neighbors. Make them care about it. I mean, mind you, it would require the system to actually work with no internet. I don't know how these people do it, but it's frustrating. But you get the point, right? Make yourself a data list. It's not going to work. Hilarious, nonetheless. Take this train out so I can see your questions. But you get the point, right, Oscar? You're working in Long Beach and Cerritos, right? So I already know what the foreclosure count looks like in bank-owned properties in in Long Beach, Oscar. So when you meet with somebody in Long Beach, take them to auction.com. Take them to, let me see if auction will load any faster. Auction.com will be backed up by whatever. Are you using Property Radar? I would guess. If you're lucky enough to use a wink title wrap under the table, whatever it is, show them the actual bank-owned properties. Give yourself some help. Because remember, people believe what they want to believe, and they want to believe that they're going to get a loan buy and keep their house. It's kind of the reality of that. But I would use auction.com, and then I would use a data provider to back it up, like a Property Radar or Realty Track, whatever system you use. Take advantage of all the data that's available to you. And you are using auction.com, that's very good. Give them the list. Print it out for them. Tell them to go and meet with those people. It's a very powerful tool. And ultimately, as much as I want to admit it, a great deal of the people you're going to work with are going to need babysitting, right? If you're not, how do I say this? I don't think you need to be strong on the script down. I don't think you need to be strong on the conversion, because I'm certainly not. I think you need to be strong at creating reality for them. That's kind of the thing, right? Gloria. Setting up my call center, is an 800 number necessary for the tags, or will a local exchange work? Well, it depends. Do you want, Gloria, my question's real simple on that. Do you want the guarantee that you'll get face-to-face? As many of you know from watching the webinar, the guarantee is only in place if you use the 800 number and the scripts that I have in place. They're already tested. They're already monitored, they're already trained. If you don't mind the guarantee, Gloria, shit, use your own. Knock yourself out. I'm sure there are cheaper sources. There's currently somebody asking for a refund who used their old call center and they can't believe that they didn't get any appointments. Hard to believe. Fatima, are the banks still getting money every time someone applies for a loan money? Yeah, I think they get it till the end of the year. I still think they get like $150 a file till the end of this year. Then after this year, the new rules apply, and they won't be getting money on applications in response out of that package. That's as far as I know. Please feel free to type in your questions. I don't know if you're typing them in or I'm just in the middle of bad internet again. Or you can occasionally raise your hand to respond to me to let me know that that's possibly working. Otherwise, I'll just keep talking because I'm using the phone line, and there is no degradation with the phone line. Jim August. Hey, Brother Lee, are you going to be at NAR or not? I want to be, but I'm in Vegas at the moment, Jim. And then I have to go back to the boss and ask for the boss to give me a trip to go on Sunday on a red eye to go to Florida for 1 day to NAR to come back on Monday night. And the boss is real strong. Now, Jim, if you want me to come out and guarantee it, NAR is done at 1. Pick me up at 1:30 or 2 o'clock. And you can have me until that return flight at 8 o'clock if you want to support that flight and that trip. Feel free to contact Diana Ortiz at 213-706-0040. That would be the scheduling, booking, and approval department. My simple issue is I'm taking a couple of days to cover this Manny Pacquiao fight in Vegas for my day job. By the way, I did this long before I did the other, by at least a year. And not to mention I get ringside seats as being part of the media. It's kind of a weird thing. But again, Jim, the way I structured it, my presentation was Ortiz with my flight and everything, would be fly in on red eye, go to NAR till 1 o'clock, then figure out something to do from basically 1 o'clock until my flight at 8 o'clock. My guess would be go to Giordano's and eat a lot of pizza for 5 or 6 hours. Maybe watch Monday Night Football. I don't know. But hey, anybody wants to get me out there on on my flight, I don't think it's that expensive. It's more about the time. I actually convinced her based on the pricing. I couldn't convince her based on the time. Jim, if you want to book me and you want to make that walk up the hill, I am free. I would be free from basically 1:30 until 6 or 7 o'clock. Personal one-on-one time. How can you put a price tag on that? Again, feel free to contact Diane at 213-706-0040. At the end of the day, I'm still a consultant, and you can hire me out. I want to go. I just don't know if I can get that approval. Okay, so there's no more questions on my screen. I'm going to load my phone app to look at questions on here. Please hold. Let me take a look at the phone app and see if they're going to join, see if it'll let me, and then I can look at questions on my phone. And honestly, just this thing online is terrible. Lee@lee.com. Join the webinar in progress. Hang tight, everybody. I'll be able to look at your questions online on my phone.